going on, Clash Bashers? Rocky here today, and today we're here to talk about some Town Hall 10 versus Town Hall 11 attacks in War. This is a really popular War strategy that does really well. The Town Hall 10s going for 2 stars on the Town Hall 11s, and my guys, myself and Thor over here in Mad Ram, we had a really good war, and we want to showcase some of these attacks. I was trying to do this video the other day, but all my replays got deleted because of the maintenance break, but we got some really nice replays from the last war, so we're going to showcase those today, talk about what strategies we're using to do this, how we're doing it, some of the planning going into it, and stuff like that. Before we get started, guys, when this video comes out, the giveaway for the Baby Dragon plushie will only have a few hours left, so make sure you guys go enter that. It'll be down in the description. It's a Gleamio competition. We'll be also giving away at least 3 gift cards with that Baby Dragon plushie to, 4 different winners total. 1 for the Baby Dragon plushie and 3 gift card winners. So make sure you guys go enter that. And as always, guys, subscribe and turn on those notifications. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the first replay here, and we'll talk about what happened, how it was so successful, and how we're getting these 2 stars on these Town Hall 11s. Alright, guys, before we get into this, I'll warn you in case I sniffle or anything. I am getting a little bit of a cold, so excuse me if I sniffle or cough or anything like that. My apologies. But we're going to start off with my attack on number 1. This was their top base, as we see here at Town Hall 11. And this is a similar base to what we see in a lot of like common wars, not league wars or anything like this. We see similar bases to this. If we kind of look around, we see the clan castles kind of down here with ground bows. So they're trying to like lure in the air from the south. And then up here we got all 3 heroes and the eagle. So what I did was I was looking at this base and I was like, man, how can I get into the center compartment? Because that center compartment's a real pain. We did have a scout on this base. Luckily, we knew Teslas were, in this general area. We lost the replay on it, but we knew that Teslas were in that general area. So I knew that. So I was looking at this base, and a lot of times when you're going 10v11, you're going to usually start off with a Queenwalk, and then you're going to finish with either like Bowlers, Valkyries, or even Dragons sometimes. But usually you're going to start off with a Queenwalk, and that's what we're going to do, guys. I'm going to come in, we're going to start with some balloons. Let's just go ahead and get it going, and we'll kind of talk about it as we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to throw down a haste spell. We're going to haste these balloons right into this archer tower. Really would love to get that wizard tower out also, but I didn't put my haste up quite enough. They get hasted, but not quite enough in there. I'm going to use that wizard just to make sure that army camp goes out, and then I'm going to start my queen walk. Basically, I want to make sure my queen goes up that side. So I took care of all the buildings that might, have her backtrack. There is this little gap that's a little bit sketchy that might make her backtrack, but she ends up being fine. We're going with 5 healers on the queen. This is pretty common practice. There's not really a ton of damage on this queen that I'm going to have to worry about. I think I only used 1 rage spell. I was planning on 2 rage spells for her, but I only ended up using 1 rage spell, which is really fantastic. Like, that's a pretty good value queen walk. I know that the bow and the archer tower and all that's just going to start targeting her. I figured that king would step up. He steps up, but a little bit later than I anticipated. But with the rage and the poison on that king, we're going to be fine there. No big deal as far as taking that king down with our queen. And then really, if we look around, like, there's not much else that's going to be targeting her at the same time. We get a Tesla pop up, but really no big deal. She can tank a Tesla and an archer tower at the same time. The double cannon's only going to be double cannon by itself. And it's just going to go a really nice walk. So the plan is to walk out all this, walk out that eagle. If you can get the eagle out on your walk, that is huge. You're not always going to be able to do that. A lot of times the eagle's going to be buried in the base. But if you can, like, that is so huge. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring Valkyries in towards the core. I'm going to bring in a small kill squad of bowlers up top here just to help funnel, make sure I get my percentage. That's one of the biggest things of why you queen walk. That percent is huge. I mean, my queen is already almost at 25%, that's 24%, and that helps out a ton. Getting the percent, we've had a lot of guys miss on 49%, and it's so devastating. Like, a 49% on a 10v11 just hurts so bad. So I'm going to go ahead and start my golem in there, start my king in there, get a few bowlers sprinkling in there, and just start working these guys up top just to make sure that funnel's nice and wide. I was a little bit worried that that wizard tower still standing there might pull my Valks, but luckily I get away with it. I kind of went a little bit low with my wall breakers, honestly. I should have probably put them up a little bit higher. I'm trying to wall breaker through all, but unfortunately that multi-inferno, again, I wall breakered a little bit lower than I wanted to. On the fly, things happen, but we're almost at the 50% with just the walk right here, which is really nice. Luckily, I get that jump spell, perfect jump spell right there. Like, look at that jump placement. Test with 1 Valk, always test to see where your Valks are going to go. We're going to throw in, I got the Clan Castle Valkyries. If you see in there, we got those Valks with the headbands in there. Oh yeah, they're beautiful. We're going to rage in there, just jump in and absolutely kill the center compartment. I use a second rage just to ensure that we get it because, we had that extra rage left over because I was anticipating on using 2 rages on the Queenwalk if needed. we didn't need it, so that was fantastic. We get a really, really high 66% 2-star so far, a really good quality 2-star on this 10v11 here. I think it ends at a 66% with that Clan Castle Dragon, Clan Castle Baby Dragon. But that's, you know, that's a really nice attack on a 10v11, and that's how we get it done, using a bunch of Valkyries. We had 6 Valks, and then we had those max new level 6 Valkyries in the Clan Castle, so 10 Valks total, just surging right into that core compartment. One Inferno was single, one was multi, so I knew I didn't have to really freeze them, and it worked out really well. So let's go ahead and get into one of Thor's attacks here, guys. All right, guys, so we have like a ring donity type base here. Thor is really good at taking out these bases, and we'll see exactly what he does here. He's going to use that hog to pull out the Clan Castle. We see that he's going to pull out a dragon and a couple minions, and we got an archer up there just working on some percent. The queen's going to go ahead and take out those Clan Castle troops. No big deal there, right there, guys. So that archer's just going to work on percent, and he's going to use a baby dragon just to help flip that queen, and he's just going to walk this queen down this side. He's going to come in with a golem and bowlers just to clear everything out, and then finish with Valkyries. We'll see that earthquake spell go down on that town hall compartment. That's to help weaken all that up. Those level 5 infernos in there, those things are tough, especially multi infernos. Those can melt some Valkyries, so you got to be careful with that, and always make sure, you know, you can get around those or get through those fast enough that they don't melt your Valkyries before you get the town hall if you're going with a Valkyrie dive on the town hall compartment. So he's going to go ahead, rage up his queen first here, wall breaker right there. I think he wanted to get that section open for the boulder kill squad. Enemy queen almost takes out his queen here. Like, he barely gets his queen up. He has to hit her ability. Like, holy crap, I don't know how he didn't lose his queen right there. He got the rage down, had to hit her ability, but still keeps his queen up, which is very nice. Those wall breakers pull out the last 4 or 5 minions right there, so the queen's going to take out 2 of them, then he's going to throw in a wizard on it. So what he's doing right here, guys, is just establishing a funnel. You want to make sure you get a nice wide funnel. Those Valkyries just go straight into that core compartment and take out the town hall and all that great stuff. He's going to have a nice golem coming out of his Clan Castle here. We'll see that level 7 golem. Oh man, the level 7 golem looks so awesome. Check this out. Look at that golem, guys. That thing looks beautiful. So Golem's going to come in with the king, the bowlers all going to go in, and they're just going to work the funnel the other way here and clear that path for the Valkyries to go right up into that core compartment, which works out really well for him. You see this funnel just working really well. Doesn't have his queen's ability. Remember, he already had to use that when the enemy queen stepped up. So his queen's going to go down right there, but the king, the bowlers, even some of the bowlers take the jump. He tests with that Valkyrie just to make sure they're going to go in. One Valkyrie does go around, but he's going to go ahead and rage up there. Valks are just going to blow through the center compartment. You see what I mean about those infernos on it? Like, if those Valks get held up for too long, they're going to go down really fast. They went down shortly after the town hall fell, so you got to be careful with that, guys. Sometimes we even bring freezes if the core is a little bit too crazy, but gets a nice 57% 2-star on their number 2 base here. So a very nice attack there by Thor. Let's hop into another replay, guys. All right, guys, this one might not have been the best plan by me, but actually it worked out pretty well. It did exactly what I wanted it to do. So, you know, if we get the 2-star, it does what it's supposed to do. That's what we want at the end of the day. I mean, this was a fresh hit on this base, so I didn't have a scout. I'm going to throw my queen in there to let her work on those 3 buildings. Throw a baby dragon just to help that funnel. Again, you got to make sure that, you know, your queen's not going to go the opposite way or go the wrong way. That is huge. So that baby dragon's just going to help ensure that my queen's going to walk down the path. I didn't really account for this air defense too well. I could have probably, you know, tried to get my healers a little bit, I don't know, a little bit more in front of the queen, but, you know, that's a little bit of the planning aspect that I could have did a little bit better on this one. But again, we're going to start with that Queenwalk. We're going to quake in that center compartment. You see that quake go down, just weakening everything up there. You want to do that nice and early on. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come in with a golem, a stone golem approach. We got 2 golems, and then we got a golem in the Clan Castle. So right here, my archer or my healers are taking fire from the air defense. My queen's still looking good, and I'm gonna get ready. I'm gonna bring in the max golem over here just to try to, you know, tank on these defenses. I'm gonna bring in a couple golems over here, wall breaker in, and then the bowlers are gonna come in. You'll kind of see what I'm talking about, and then I'm just gonna surge towards that town hall, guys. Just make a rush right in for that town hall, and it works out pretty well. It's not a super high percent on this one, but a 2-star is a 2-star nonetheless, and that help us, you know, secure the win in this war. You know, making sure that happens. So Queen's ability right there, because, you know, she lost her healers and was taking quite a bit of damage there. Here comes that beautiful max golem out of the Clan Castle. We got a couple wizards in there just to make sure we get that funnel over there on that left side. Wall breakers in. I'm throwing in the bowlers just to make sure all that stuff gets taken out. Again, you got to make sure you get those percentage points, guys. Get those percentage points. So we get the 2 golems going inside. We get the bowlers coming in. and we're just gonna surge right up into the center of the space. That the bowlers and golem on that wall over there just kind of tanking those defenses. I wanted them to kind of tank that archer tower also, but they didn't. So right here, we got a rage down, we got poison down, and I'm gonna freeze the Inferno and the clan castle and the queen. I think the queen's already down, but I'm gonna freeze all that. That way I can ensure that I get right into that town hall and get that down. So town hall falls at 47%. I still got a max golem with bowlers back there. We get the nice 2-star, guys, and that's what it's all about. Getting a nice plan, executing the plan the way you're supposed to, and getting the 2-star. Like, this wasn't the highest 2-star, I'll give you that. You know, it could have been a little bit higher, it could have been a little bit better, but it was still a quality attack, honestly. I mean, 56%, still working here, 13 seconds left, and we're just gonna get a, you know, 57% 2-star, which is a pretty nice 2-star against the Town Hall 11. It wasn't, you know, full max or anything like that. I was pretty proud of it on a fresh hit. My plan, it worked out really nicely. So we're going to show off our last attack here from Thor, guys. All right, guys, on this one, Thor's going to start off with the Queenwalk. Again, going to Earthquake that center compartment. Those Earthquakes coming really huge. This is one of the lower Town Hall 11s in this war, but it was still a super high hit by Thor here. You're going to see it's like an 80% 2-star, which is huge. So he's going to start his Queen in here. One thing that I like that Thor does is he's really good at picking a spot to kind of wall break her in and get value out of that Queen. Wall breaker her in, push her in towards like more of the center compartments, and just destroy the defenses. Like, he gets a really good value out of his Queen walks, and he's really good about it. Like, I love watching Thor attack and just kind of, you know, picking his brain, watching him attack and just see how it goes. So his Queen's just going to work here, and we learn a lot from his Queen walks, honestly. I've learned how to get better at Queen walk just by watching Thor Queen walk. So shout out to him for always doing these awesome 10v11s. Rage down there on the Queen. You want to make sure you don't lose that Queen, guys. That's a pretty huge part. Don't lose your Queen too early. That can devastate the attack completely. So we see a loon coming out of that clan castle. He's going to go ahead and have the Queen take that balloon out, rather. And no big deal. I mean, he's got the healers on that Queen, so she's going to be fine there. He's going to use a wall breaker to pull out another balloon, actually, which I thought was pretty interesting, but it works out really well for him. He's still got plenty of wall breakers. Queen eventually wall breaks through that compartment right there. Going to throw a rage down on her, and he's going to come in with his bowlers and his Valkyries, and I'm pretty sure he has a golem in the clan castle again here. Poison spell goes down. He wanted to make sure he got that clan castle taken care of, which he's going to get that taken care of for sure right there. We see a wizard just, you know, cleaning up percent right there. Queen's going to start walking up this top side, and then he's going to come in with that kill squad portion. Here comes that beautiful max golem. Man, I can't get over the art on that max golem. Those new max golems look beautiful. Great job on those ones, guys. Great job, Supercell. I'm sure they don't need to hear that from me. They're like, who are you again? No, I'm just kidding. Rage spell goes down on the bowlers, and he's just going to work right in towards that center compartment, guys. Here comes some wall breakers, and try to wall breaker into that compartment. Works out pretty nicely. Queen comes back. Queen almost died from that Inferno, but luckily she got it down in the nick of the time. Again, she can't heal if she's under Inferno fire. In case you guys didn't know that. Most people do know that, but just in case you didn't, we see those Valkyries working in towards the Town Hall. With one Inferno down, you know, they're going to have a pretty good run at getting the Town Hall down. So Town Hall falls, and the Queen's just going to keep walking. Those Valkyries going to take that Eagle down, and really, Thor gets a huge run on this base. If he had a little bit more time, this might have been a 3-star. I don't know, guys. There's not too many point defenses left. There's a few, but nothing really too bad. I don't think that Queen would be able to tank. So if he had like another 30 seconds to a minute, I'd have been able to get the 3-star here. So a very nice attack by Thor. And really, it's all about that plan, guys. With the Queen walk, you want to make sure you have a way to get to the center. If you're going to Queen walk, how are you going to get the Town Hall? Are you going to bring Valkyries? I've seen dragons. I had a nice dragon attack, but unfortunately, you know, we lost our replay, so I didn't get to show that off to you. How are you going to get to the Town Hall? A lot of times we're using Valkyries and Mad Ram. We saw those max level Valkyries doing work. We see Thor using 8 Valkyries here, and it works out really well, guys. So have that nice plan for the Queen walk. We've also seen approaches where, like, kind of on my second attack where I did a stone bowler approach, 3 golems and bowlers. I've just seen bowlers and golems just go in and just absolutely wreck for the 2-star without a Queen walk. So you can kind of just adjust the base, play with it. If you have Town Hall 11s in your clan, odds are if you're going 10v11, you have 11s in your clan. Practice against their bases, guys. Use some armies like this, get good at your Queen walk, and you're going to have a lot of success. Shout out to my man Thor for helping me with all my attacks and helping me learn, and also doing a great job on these attacks. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe, turn on those notifications if you haven't done so already. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying this lovely war content. You guys have a great day. Keep on clash bashing.